I'm Mariane Kiraly. I'm going to start this morning by going over a few of the things that we have to talk about and just welcome and introductions. And I just want to welcome you. We're coming from, educators are coming from several counties. Like I said, I'm Mariane Kiraly and I'm coming from Delaware County. And I will ask the other educators to introduce themselves.
So this is Jim Barber in Otsego County. Can you hear me okay?
It's loud and clear.
All right, just not sure with the mask. Thanks.
I guess I'll go next. My name is Nichole Tommell. I'm the Farm Business Management Specialist for the Central New York Dairy, Livestock, and Field Crops team. And today I am sitting in the Herkimer County office. So welcome everyone.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Laura Biasillo. I'm the Agricultural Economic Development Specialist with Cooperative Extension in Broome County in Binghamton, New York. So I'm really excited to see all of you guys this morning. And I feel like this picture that Marianne has up here is a great reflection of our fall so far. So I'm excited to hear more and be with you for the next few weeks.
Is David Cox with us this morning? David may be joining us later.
Yeah, I'm expecting him in this office later, but he's not here now.
Okay. Okay, so you've signed up for To Market to Market. And if you signed up in the last few days, which some of you have, your notebook is likely in the mail. And since we are basically doing a PowerPoint today, and we are going to have a couple of breakout groups, there will be some homework assigned, and we will, if you would like to get a jump on the homework and don't have your notebook yet, just let me know and I will send you out those forms and you can get your homework done. I think you'll have the notebook at least by the end of the week. They're all going out priority mail. I did want to mention that this program is funded by Chobani, and it's through the Community Foundation, but Chobani is very interested in developing the economy in rural areas like ours. They may be joining us or some of their representatives in the last couple of meetings that we have, because those meetings will be ones where we pitch ideas. But it is a process to get to that point. And I did want to review the contents of the notebook with you just briefly. We do have the PowerPoint. We have some resource materials for today. We also have some sheets that we'll be filling out as we go along in the breakout groups. So I will be doing one additional mailing to you with pre-punched sheets so that you have them for the second session. If you haven't been on a lot of Zooms, it's just kind of like social etiquette of being in a room with others. Muting is something that helps the presenter, but we do want to make use of the chat box, and the educators will be watching the chat boxes. Even though we can't be all together, we do want to make this an interactive program so that if we will have discussions in breakout rooms, and you'll just be randomly assigned a breakout room automatically. And you know, most of it is not in a breakout room, but we just want this to be as give and take as we can and still, you know, because it is virtual, you don't get that face-to-face contact, which a lot of people really like and we enjoy. The other thing, when we get to the point of sharing, if you are uncomfortable with sharing, you don't need to share. If you
Okay,
feel,
amen.
if
Thank
you
you so much.
feel that
Okay.
your product is something you're going to patent and you don't want others to steal your ideas or anything like that, we tried to say that what happens in these meetings stays in these meetings, but it is hard. And if somebody hears another good idea, or if you're just not comfortable with sharing, you don't need to share, of course. So I mentioned the chat box, the dates, just keep in mind, it's every Tuesday at 9 o'clock through the 10th of November. So I'm going to leave it there for a minute, and I was, if there are any questions, just be sure to put them in the chat. So like I've said, this is, these are the logos, and I've looked over the ideas that people have, and it's very exciting. I mean, I'm really excited about some of the things that people are going to do. So we have had some introductions, but I asked Laura Biasillo to talk to you a little bit about what Cornell Cooperative Extension is and does.
Sure, great. Well, thank you, Marianne. So, you know, I hope that many of you, this isn't your first interaction with Cornell Cooperative Extension, but if it is, we're excited that this is your first time. And Cornell Cooperative Extension is an organization that is over 100 years old. It was started in 1911 as a partnership actually between the local Chamber of Commerce and the local Farm Bureau in Binghamton, New York. And they did it because they really saw that there was a need to be supporting rural businesses that weren't getting that same attention that those in the urban and suburban core were receiving in terms of business development and funding and technical assistance. And so Cornell Cooperative Extension was born out of that movement, and is now in every single county across New York State and across the country. It's usually housed within the land grant university of your state. So I know there's a few here that are not from New York, so you'll want to find whoever your land grant university is, and then you can find the Cooperative Extension office that's located there. And the role of Cooperative Extension really is to take the research and everything that happens at Cornell University and bring it into our local communities and really make it something that can be adapted. And so we work in all different areas, whether it's nutrition, whether it's in agriculture, in positive youth development, gardening, pretty much energy, pretty much anything you can think of where we are involved in. And so we're really excited that we can bring a lot of the resources and knowledge, not just from ourselves, but from the networks that we represent to all of you over the next 6 weeks. So we just want you to know that there's a huge history and a lot of resources. And if we can't answer your question today, we for sure will get back to you with a laundry list of resources and websites and contacts for any of the questions or concerns or just things that you're looking to do that maybe we just can't answer on any of our webinars today. And I just want to also reiterate Marianne's comment that, you know, we do really want to hear from all of you. You're going to get out of this what you put into it, but we also do understand that you may not feel comfortable participating on Zoom. And so we do have the chat pod as well, and we hope that you'll use that for any questions or thoughts that you might have, as well as, you know, if you need or want to email any of us, you have all our contact information in the back of your binder. So please reach out, you know, if there's things that we talk about during any of these sessions that you'd like some clarification on.
Well, thank you, Laura. One more thing I didn't mention is that we have learned as extension educators since March that Zoom is, sitting for hours on Zoom is not in everybody's best interest. So this program will go along for 50 minutes, and then we will have a 10-minute break. So at 10 before the hour or thereabouts, we will take a break. Maybe it'll occur on the hour if we're in a discussion, but we do want to make sure you're comfortable and have as much coffee as you can get into yourself. So if you are online, I think we appreciate that. And we will also be following up with you. Chobani has provided enough funding for each of these educators to follow up with you in your own counties. So we want to make sure that you're on track and staying on track. And we will work with you to get your plan done and to help you along the way. There will be some homework assigned at the end of every session. And that homework is really intended to get you going with your business plan, which is in your binder. And you will be able to fill out a little bit of that after every class. So when you get to parts that we haven't really covered yet, you can just wait until the next session. So there is some homework, and a lot of it is contemplation and thought, and we just want you to be comfortable with that.